Remember when his CD Donda came out? Remember all the weird rituals, how he has some of y'all partaking in darkness by chanting his dead mom's name, Marilyn Manson, satanic nuns, and just all the demonic activities that took place? And today, he is a billionaire on paper. He sacrificed something very precious to get to where he is today, the Billionaires Club. He been sacrificed his own soul, which Satan works through him. That's how he was able to fool you with his gospel music, well, his so-called gospel music. His music came straight from the former minister of music in heaven, who was kicked out. Even with all his money, I can tell he is nothing but a broken-spirited, jealous-ass narcissist who is a coward. He got all this money but throws subs at Kendrick Lamar. Better get somewhere and sit down. Sat down with his average-looking ass. If he got all that money, it should be easier to fix that ugly-ass face. Kendrick will do him just like he did Drake, embarrassment on a global level. By the way, to have a whole stadium on national TV scream A minor is ultra shade. Drake is done. He said he likes to sue. I'm so proud of Kendrick Lamar, my Israelite brother. Other than that, this shit is rigged and these commercials are dumb as fuck. It's no coincidence that the ego has landed. 1. America uses what animal as a symbol? Hashtag NFL Super Bowl. Everybody knows that he is not tough. Speaking about yay, he is not a fighter. So what is he really going to do? Nothing but create more ugly, overpriced clothes that I have never purchased and rap his American Boy rhymes. Kanye is a bitch. Ain't nothing hard about sacrificing your own mama. Everything he said about the Jewish imposters is correct, though. Yeah, everything he said about them is correct. He is just like the boy who cried wolf or Freddy Krueger. If you stop paying him attention, he will go away. You boycotted these stores, but are you going to boycott Kanye? A classic sign of a narcissist is when the narcissist goes out and gets a partner that looks exactly like the ex. Only in this case, I can't tell which one is the cheaper looking bimbo, but Kim does look older in the face. That Grammy stunt is something right up a younger Kim's alley, like the videotape. He is still under that coven's witchcraft. Him kissing up to Drake is so weak to me. David Schwimmer is a loser. Another imposter Jewish person. People always talk about how he stands up for this and that, but he is nothing but a coward-ass thief. David took part in a show called Friends, whose whole concept was stolen from the real Jews who played in Living Single. But guess who got paid more? You guessed it, David and his fake-ass friends. Did he stand up for the real Jews? Of course not. He is a part of white privilege in Hollywood. I'm going to show you who David is not going to say anything to in regards to the racist and hateful comments that they say. This is all for attention, so let me give you some.
לירוק על נוצרים.
עליהם ממש? לא יודע, אני יורק על הרצפה, אולי אם אני רואה צלב, אם אני רואה נוצרי רב.
אתה כן?
אני יורק על הרצפה, זה מגעיל אותי.
He ain't gonna say nothing to them though.
למה? כי נצרות זה משהו זה נגד היהודים משהו.
אם הם עובדי עבודה זרה, אז אנחנו צריכים למוס בהם ולשקט אותם ולרמוס אותם ובעיקרון גם להרוג אותם, כי הרי גוי חייב בשבע מצוות בני נוח, ואם הוא לא מקיים את זה צריך להרוג אותו. אבל...
אתה תהרוג מישהו?
אם הייתי יכול הייתי מאוד שמח לעשות את זה, אבל אין לנו בית דין, אז אנחנו לא יכולים לעשות את זה.
שמאמין שהאלוהים שלי הוא חלק מאיש, אז צריך להרוג אותו. מי שמזלזל באלוהים שלי, אז אני אהרוג אותו.
אז זה לא, אבל זה תפקיד שלכם, להרוג או לרעוק, זה לא התפקיד של אלוקים?
לא, השם אומר לנו מה לעשות.
תפקידה בעולם זה לעשות טוב, לגרום שהעולם יהיה נקי.
כן.
אז כל בן אדם שיאמין באיזה בן זונה אחד.
אבל איזה כתוב? אבל איפה זה כתוב?
איפה זה כתוב בגמרא? אתה רוצה להביא גמרא?
גמרא.
אבל מישהו שעובר שהוא נוצרי, הוא לא עושה את זה יום יום.
זה ממש כמו יריקה בפרצוף, הוא נמצא כאן בבית של אלוקים, והוא בא ויורק עליו, הוא מתייחס אליו בצורה שגויה ביותר, בצורה שזה ממש כמו יריקה. לכן זה ממש...
זה שהם קיימים.
אני לא נכנס עכשיו לנידון אם צריך לירוק או לא צריך לירוק, אבל עצם זה שבן אדם בא נכנס, אז הוא נכנס, זה כמו שהוא יורק לאבא שלך בפרצוף.
אבל הוא חי פה.
זה לא משנה. אם הוא עכשיו...
זה בסדר.
Man, these ain't nothing but imposters. Look at these curls by his ears, bro. They trying to imitate black people's or the real children of Israel's when they have dreadlocks. See, they trying to do he trying to do number 6 with his little soft looking ass. Who he gonna kill? Who this little Poindexter, little petite, puny looking Squidward reject LD looking motherfucker? Who he gonna kill? What is he gonna do? And they have these, they talking about people that's idols, but they have an idol right on top of their head. The yarmulke, that's an idol. It's not even scriptural. They got that from the Romans. They got that from the Roman Catholic Church. Look at their goat hair. This motherfucker got goat hair. That's why he can't even dread it. They trying to imitate number 6, the vow of a Nazarite. And so they wear these 2 little things by their ears because they know they can't dread their hair. Well, these little dummies, they don't know. They know what they rabbis tell them, and that's it. But I want to show y'all something else. They talking about all of this. They supposed to be clean and, and everything else. And they don't believe in Christ. They don't believe in Christ. You see, if you see a crucifix, which it is an idol, but they don't believe in Christ. It tells you right there. And these are what they'll call Hasidic Jewish people. And he talking about the Noahide laws, the Noahic laws and stuff like that. Man, they so lost. These are lost people. But yet again, David Schwimmer is not going to say anything to them. Oh, he's not going to say anything about how... And they might be over in Israel, but Hasidic Jews are over here too. And they talk just like that over here. They call everyone else who they think is not Jew, they call them Goyim. Meaning they call them beast. They call them beast. That's how they feel about everyone else. But yet David Schwimmer is not going to say anything to them though. With his crybaby ass. How you kissing up to that Musk idiot when this man is doing when he's doing the same thing that Adolf did, the signal he did. He doing the same thing, then try to come, oh no, that wasn't that, it was that. But you crying to this man, you're not a Jew, you're not from the tribe of Judah, you're not black. The real Jews are black, and you're not that. These people are converts. They're converts. That's why he all red. That's Esau. Look, that's Esau, man. All red in the face. That's Esau. He come from Esau. That's not Jacob. So these people are converts, but they talk all of this cleansing to make sure the world is clean, right? Oh, okay. Let me show you this.
Why does a rabbi run the internet's biggest adult entertainment website? A rabbi, a Christian priest or a Muslim imam or any other religion would never associate with things like that. And it's not just that one site either. Leonard Radvinsky is a Zio who runs OnlyFans. Zios own our entire media, and not just the news media or entertainment media and sports media, but also the adult entertainment media too. They make tons of money exploiting women and put that money back into lobbyist groups to help control America. And they do this with no moral restraint either. They make sure to capitalize it. Girls as young as 18, 19 years old, straight out of high school, they try to pull into their industry. We shouldn't even have teenagers in that industry. You have to be 21 years old to buy a drink at a bar, because we acknowledge teenagers are too young to make major decisions in their life. And they trick young girls into this industry, and then afterwards they can't get professional career jobs. That's exploitation, and they just don't give a damn. They just see us as bullion to make as much money as they can.
I just told y'all this.
And it's also Zios who are tricking and trafficking Eastern European women into Israel, and there they're forced to spend the rest of their life in a brothel for the profit and entertainment of other Zios. And all these accusations, they're not even new. 60 years ago, Samuel Roth, a Zio, who fought against American morality and American good culture to push adult entertainment, books, and magazines. And these accusations existed in old Soviet Russia too, and also 90 years ago in Germany. And in Germany, just like today, they're not just exploiting women.
I'm a Jew, and I just like to say that, you know, in our Bible it says that you're like animals.
That's what they teach them in them synagogues. That's what they teach them kids. But then when you say something is anti-Semitic, when they not even Semitic, the Sephardic Jews are, they come from Esau.
מה שאני לא מבין, זה כל הגויים הם בהמות?
לשרת את היהודים.
This is what they feel.
כל הגויים שאתה רואה שיש בעולם, המיליארדים האלה, הם הכל רק בשביל...
They exist for the Jews' benefit. This is how they feel. Just saying it. But David Schwimmer ain't gonna say nothing about that though. Bet you he ain't.
אז כל אחד יהיה לו...
בינתיים, המשיח לא כאן, אז איך הם משרתים אותנו?
הם בונים לנו רכבים, דירות, בניינים, הם בונים את זה. לנו? משרתים את היהודים.
אבל יש גם יהודים שעושים את זה.
בקושי.
I'll ask in English. Do you believe that the Gentiles, the Goyim, will one day become the slaves of the Jews?
So I believe it's part of the Torah.
Okay,
in the eyes of Hashem, we all are created. In the eyes of God, we are all created. But as you know, as the Chumash, the Bible says, the Jews are the chosen nation. So you can't exactly consider that when there's testimony from Hashem that we are different. So
They
it's
be
not my
forgetting that
opinion,
they're
it's Hashem's
converts.
opinion.
It does not
I
apply
just
to
happen to
them.
follow Hashem.
אני חושב שיהודי הוא קצת יותר, כאילו ודאי שיהיה לי עדיפות גדולה הרבה יותר לעזור ליהודי מאשר לגוי.
למה?
למה? כי יהודי הוא אח שלי.
טוב, אני לא טוב להביא את המספר המדויק, על כל יהודי אמור להיות 800 או יותר.
These people did not come out of...
אני רואה את עצמי כמיוחד יותר, אבל ודאי שווה זכויות.
אוקיי, מה זה אומר מיוחד יותר? באיזה מובן? מישהו שלא מבין.
במובן הדתי.
They come from the call.
אוקיי, שזה נותן לך מה?
אני חושב שיש לי ייעוד גדול יותר. הייעוד שלי הוא חשוב יותר.
שיתנהגו כמו בן אדם, אז הם נחשבים כאדם.
ליהודים יש דרך חיים שבורא עולם נתן לנו.
He might be Sephardic.
Do you see Jews and non-Jews as the same? כאילו שווה ערך.
No.
Okay, explain.
I see Jews as the chosen nation.
Okay.
They were chosen by Hashem.
Not you though. Not
Does that
you
make
with
Jews
them
better?
curls by your hair. Not you.
Makes Jews different.
See, this is how you know. That's why he smiles.
Not all of our body parts are the same. They're all the same parts of the body, but there's the mind, there's the heart, there's the foot. They're not all the same.
Y'all missing
all part
a few
of the same
inches
body.
below the belt.
Do they deserve the same
that
rights?
But
let's put it that way.
What
Jews, non-Jews,
rights?
anyone who lives here, let's say, does everyone deserve the same? You treated the same. Let's put it that way.
I think not. I think that this is the nation of the Jews, that the Jews should have more rights than the non-Jews.
Like, give me an example of a right that a Jew should have that a non-Jew shouldn't.
Right now, there's the right for Jews to come to Israel and to get your citizenship.
But they don't allow the black
all
Jews.
non-Jews. This is the land for the Jews. All Jews can come and live here. I think that Jews should have more rights than non-Jews.
What does it mean to be a Jew? In Hebrew, the word Jew means Yehudi. Yehudi comes from the verb lehodot, to thank. Yehudi, lehodot, modeh. You know how we start our services of God every morning? By the word modeh. And the first word in our observance is modeh. I'm thankful to you, Hashem. You know, the biggest thanks that we owe is by being Jews. When you get up in the morning and you find out, I am a Jew, you should give a nice dance before you go to work. Because you have no idea how lucky we are that we are Jews. Because the world is going crazy with jealousy about this. Because the world knows more than what we know, the meaning of being a Jew. Why do you think they hate us? Why? What have we done? We ask, what is wrong that they found in the Jews? You cannot go to a Jewish neighborhood and be scared. So, it is only logical and most natural to love the Jews. Jews should be beloved everywhere. You know, Jews should be beloved everywhere. Wherever you go to China, you know what should be? The Chinese should say, oh my God, this is a Jew. Let's bow. Of course, I sound presumptuous.
That's what you are, a convert.
That's not that. The point is that the nations, they know that.
They forget that. They forget.
They say, I told you this a million times.
They forget that they're converts.
But you see, the fact that they know they are not Jews does cause them all this hatred and all this resentment that they have towards us.
Unfortunately, the descendants of the enemies of our people that were enemies to our people from day first are still hating us in the commandment of their ancestors, the children of Esav that hates Yaakov, the children of Amalek that hates Yaakov, the children of all the ones that had that black bitterness instead
they come
of the
from
soul,
Amalek,
that black,
which is so crazy.
Dark,
some of them actually come from Amalek.
Negative,
this man sitting up here looking just like his father,
as
Esau.
a poor replacement for a soul.
Red,
still hating us,
white as hell,
still jealous,
Roman,
still don't know what to do with our goodness. We're not being digested to their felonies and crimes. We're not
and they're not even good
into their hatred and to their false blames. We keep on producing goodness and beauty and shine out to the world, and they can't stand it.
You know, anti-Semites like to say that Jews control
they
the
own
world.
the plantations.
Let me tell you a little secret. In many ways they do, because our influence is beyond any type of rational understanding. We are a minute percentage of the world, and yet the impact of Jews and Judaism on the world is incalculable.
Maybe you shouldn't tell anybody that I said this, but you know all those tropes about Jews controlling the world, or at least wanting to control the world? They're actually true.
Dear white people, dear Gentiles, you've got to stop.
They don't even know. They don't even understand that they are white. This man's sitting up here looking like a goddamn
But you have to stop.
He's sitting up here looking like a ginger.
You have to stop with hating Jews. You have to stop with the anti-Semitic comments.
You're not even,
you have to stop
you're not even
telling everyone that we're all communists, that we all want to destroy the white race. I mean, yes, it's true. But you shouldn't be telling this to everyone. It makes my people angry. It makes my people do even worse things.
But they can talk about everybody else.
Look what happened to Germany after Hitler took over. It was completely destroyed. Look what happened to John F. Kennedy. Look what happened to the Twin Towers. Every time you did...
But it's really remarkable that all these military campaigns
Does that sound like God's people?
That's what we call the hoops.
Does that sound like God's chosen people?
No.
מי שמסית ומדיח עונשו של כל אחד ואחד, כמו שאותו יימח שמו, אותו אחד מייסד הנצרות, אותו אחד מה שקורה איתו.
That's how they feel about Christ. They feel Christ is cursed. Like you in church, oh Jesus,
חבילה של צואה.
This is how they feel about Christ.
וחתולים וכלבים ומסית ומדיח עונשו של כל אחד ואחד.
To that of the cursed one, Jesus. The Talmud says that the founder of Christianity, which is a lie, Christ did not find Christianity, has been sentenced to boil and feces. This is what they feel about Jesus. Excrement from the mouth of humans, cats, dogs, lions, boiling and bubbling and how gross is that? That's where he is. That's how he's punished every waking moment. That's the Talmud. You forgot all the churches and all their crosses. The big statue on that mountain in Brazil belongs to Slytherin. All the world will see it. This is what they teach in their synagogue.
Everybody blames the Jews for killing Christ, and then the Jews try to pass it off on the Romans. I'm one of the few people that believes it was the blacks.
Try to silence the real Jew.
I don't care. Good. I hope the Jews did kill Christ. I'd do it again. Fucking do it again in a second.
An opportunity.
Right here it's Birkenstocks clacking this way.
Doing my part. So you could sit in your parents' basement and cry about it.
Yeah.
And I'd do it again. Give me the spear.
Uh-oh.
I'll do it again.
You're gonna piss off the weird, hysterical nerds, dude.
Good. If Jesus was here on a cross, I'd spear him.
This is how they feel.
No, he's not gonna.
It's how
That'd be
Jewish
funny if he got
people
banned.
feel.
No,
I'm not gonna get in trouble
That's
for
an
that.
insane thing. No shot.
A lot of.
Give me the hammer and the spikes. I'm putting it up there.
If someone could do it, it's Ethan. He'll find a way.
I'll do it again.
And Messica
I liked it the first time, and I'll do it again, Nick.
Over to Israel every
I'm getting
year.
on a call with all my
Every
Jewish
year.
brothers and sisters.
Billions.
There's 30 minutes left. I really want to
Since
make
your
the
tax
improv.
dollars, your good old
you know what I'm planning
Christian
this
tax
Christmas?
dollars,
No.
A
over
mock
to that.
execution
You don't even believe in your
of Jesus Christ.
No.
Dedicated to Nick Fuentes.
Now you'll get mad at me, but you the one that's being scammed. All the way around being scammed. That's why it's gonna be filled with unrest when the masses finally catch on, because this topic is big. See, these people have an attention span that big. Look, a monkey on the cross. They know that Christ was black. You gotta read between the lines. You gotta know satire. You gotta know sarcasm. Look what they got on the cross. What do they call us? And Christ came from the tribe of Judah. They know that they're not the real Jews either.
Me, I'm a Jew, and I just like to say that
Jews have always known throughout history that if Christians knew what was in the Talmud, it would make Christians very angry. And so the Jews were able to conceal a lot of their most blasphemous statements about the Lord Jesus Christ because people didn't speak Hebrew.
Here's what they say about Jesus in the Talmud. There's sections in there about Jesus. In fact, there's an entire book that's been written by the director of Judaic Studies in Princeton University, Dr. Schaefer, a Jew. He's written a book, Jesus in the Talmud. So if you want to know what Jesus has to do with the Talmud, get his book, Jesus in the Talmud by Dr. Schaefer.
Peter Schaefer is head of the Judaic Studies at Princeton University. In his book, Jesus and the Talmud, he documents and analyzes every time Jesus is mentioned in the pages of the Talmud.
Keep in mind that the Talmud was written hundreds of years after Christ lived. And so it has references about Jesus in it, and they are hateful, blasphemous references.
According to the Talmud, Jesus was the product of adultery, the bastard son of Mary and a Roman soldier named Pantera. He spent his early life in Egypt, where he learned black magic, idolatry, and sorcery.
Jesus was born to a whore. Mary was a whore. She had sexual relations with many men.
Miriam,
the
that was her
father
real
was
name.
a Roman centurion.
Jews have always known throughout history.
Jews, how many Jews know that when you wear a yarmulke, that's not Jewish, it's Roman? That's why the Pope wears a yarmulke. That's why the cardinals wear the yarmulke. It's a Roman symbol, it's not Jewish.
Because the Jewish are Roman.
The Jews were told to wear the yarmulke to show subjection to Rome. And they got so used to using it, they think it's a Jewish symbol. It's not Jewish, it's Roman. So many people willingly bend themselves to what their masters want from them. What your masters want is for you to be in compliance, for you to think what they have told you to think.
Alright, so enough about them. I forgot to use, I forgot.
Fights for nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan.
you.
You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
My mama was sacrificed.
you.
You understand? That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. Nobody is God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan. You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
my mama was sacrificed. You understand? That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. Serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan. What about him? His dad, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
He left out the part where he took part in it, though. Yeah, since 2016, I've been talking about this. This video ain't no longer available, though. It's no longer available. I looked for it. Well, I tried to get to it. You see the date, 2016. When you sell your soul, it takes time for it to manifest. That's why you see him spazzing out and spiraling out of control like this. Three years later, still talking about it, still talking about it today. That's why none of his antics fool me, man. None of his antics. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. That's what he thought of his own soul.
West blames himself for his mom's death. Kanye West blames himself for his mom's death. Kanye West blames himself for his mom's death.
Why? Why does he blame himself for his mom's death? Why? I'm about to show you.
Moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears. The topic came up when Kanye was asked what he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because later, Kanye is opening up about her death to Q Magazine. The 38-year-old rapper tells the mag, moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears. The topic came up when Kanye was asked what he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, my mom. What he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, my mom. He had to sacrifice for his success. He said, my mom. Moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears. He had to sacrifice for his success. He said, my mom.
Man, look at him. This dude is not the most attractive brother at all. You know, the average black woman would not, especially in Chicago, probably would not give this man no play if he did not have the money and resources that he has. That's what makes him look attractive. Because he definitely don't look attractive right there, man. Why else is he saying, I don't want to go too far into it because it will bring me to tears? Why? Because he can't tell you the secrets. He can't tell you what he did or it's off with his head. Why would it bring him to tears? Because of what he did. He gave the okay. That's why it would bring him to tears. He did that. if I had never moved to LA. Why? Because what goes on in LA? What goes on in Hellywood? Where's the headquarters of the music industry? Where does the magic happen? In Hellywood. It's really not hard to understand this. People just don't want to understand it because they don't want it to be true. Because then their reality of making that choice, if they even get it, because they choose you, you know. But then that reality of them having to participate in the rituals, you know, and them having to do all this crazy stuff like this is true, but it's very true. And they've been saying it this whole time.
Moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears. The topic came up when Kanye was asked what he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, "My mom." What he had to sacrifice for his success. He said, "My mom." He had to sacrifice for his success. He said, "My mom." Moved to LA, she'd be alive. I don't want to go far into it because it will bring me to tears. He had to sacrifice for his success. He said, "My mom."
Remember this shit? Fair use. Fair use. Alright, so I want to make sure that I'm giving proper credit to where credit is deserved. What you are about to see in this video is pretty much this guy. I'll never forget. So, okay, this is taking me back. So this taking me back to around 2013, 2014. If you've been following my content, if you've been following my videos, I told you when I first came into my journey on the truth, I started with Hellywood and the Illuminati, and learning all the secrets and stuff about Freemasonry and everything, which is I'm also going to do a video on. But there was this brother named Yash Qaraah, and I never forget like all the stuff that this man has said. I've listened to him. I'll never forget, you know. So this is one of his earlier videos that I came across, and so just wanted to share this with you, give him the proper credit. Looks like he's not so crazy, huh? Looks like he's not so crazy. Looks like I'm not so crazy, because I've heard everything pretty much from this guy. And that was how, when you see him, if you ever go to my Facebook post or my Facebook and you like go back to 2016 even, because that was when I started my new page that I have right now. I started it back in 2016 when I came to where I'm at now. And so, but I was talking about, you know, celebrities and everything else. Pretty much learned everything I know from this guy, you know, and went out, did my own research, found out like, whoa, this is really true. And then plus from my own experiences, I didn't know what was going on, but when I watched this, now I know, you know. So, and I had came across this years ago. So just wanted to point that out. The video starts off with music, so I can't play, you know, the music, but the music does subside and you'll just hear him speak. So give me one moment. I'm gonna show you the photos though. And he basically is talking about, at the beginning of the video, he talking about Hellywood. He talking about the secret elite party, that the secret elite societies that even extend into the church, even into the mainstream church. Okay, that's why they had that show about those pastors. What was they? The real pastors of something, I don't know, but nonsense. So this extends into the gospel industry, into the singing, you know, into the preaching, Those guys want those titles. It's all about titles, man. Like, for instance, like chief apostle, that ain't even nowhere in the Bible. First lady, not in the Bible. So yeah, like it extends into there too. And now, because this video is older, and so social media wasn't as big as it is now. People making money off of social media, the influencers, the ones that's hanging out with the celebrities, that's doing these streams, and certain ones, right here. He said this show is called Sodomites. This is pretty much what this country has come to. A bootlicking society, pretty much, society that's turned everything gay. He said, you got to be like me in order to make the money. He talking about, like, you got to do the rituals. Like, he's showing pretty much all these people in dresses. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Like, I don't know who is this? I don't know who this is. No, I don't know who this is. Now he talking about how they put pretty much pretty much everybody, the celebrities, in dresses. And he talking about how if you want to make 6 figures or more, then you have to wear a dress and do the rituals. Like right here, they got the guy that got the same birthday as me, man. And I believe he said he would never put on a dress, but here he is. And notice the person in the background dressed like a little priest. Notice him in the background dressed like a little priest. He's saying you gotta be a part of the brotherhood. What is the brotherhood? The boule, the secret societies. Is that Glenn Close for real? Oof. See, even then he said you gotta be a part of the brotherhood. You gotta be a part of the fraternity, sorority. You gotta be a part of the sisterhood. Because, Eastern Stars, that's all witchcraft, secret society type stuff too.
Constituents of Black Entertainment will meet in Atlanta. Man, it's going to be some freaky things going on in that month. They're going to put on their Pandora box. And what I mean by that, they're going to allow them, you'll never see this face value because it's strictly for the movers and shakers. Your Tyler Perrys, your Eddie Murphys.
Kanye West.
I kid you not, man. This really goes on. Your P. Diddy's.
Kanye West.
You won't see it in the public, but that's what they do in that month. That's a celebration. And then they have newcomers that they bring to the forefront who wants to be in the business, who wants to sell their soul like Nelly, who wants to be a part of this ritual goddess elite club. They'll take you into Pandora's box and allow them to be dressed up like Eyes Wide Shut, and they're going to be popping dudes in their behind. I kid you not, man. And the women going to get it too. But the women are not going to celebrate with the men. It's a separate entity, but they have women over the women. But then when she want to get really broke in, the men initiate her too. Then you're part of the hood, sisterhood, but that's just the beginning.
I just want to point out how this video was done years ago. And I'm talking about this was before Eat the Booty Like Groceries and stuff like that. And today, the rise of women even partaking in like pegging men and using strap-ons on men, eating them men's booty like groceries has risen. Even that has risen. Like, So it's something to this, you know. It's not all smoke and mirrors.
Because now you got to take it to the next level. They got to teach you the baphomet. They got to teach you the rituals. They got to teach you all the do's and don'ts. Then you got to sign your name in blood. That's when you get ready to make the big money, like Nelly. See, I'm just throwing him under the bus because he's having a difficult time dealing with what he done. It's too late, man.
He was hot around that
You
time.
had 10 to 12 years of success. You had money galore. You done about $3 to $5 million mansions. You've been balling with Bentleys and all these things. You done pop man in their butt. P. Diddy and Nelly done got it on a few occasions. When you get ready to come in that hip-hop era, Diddy gonna get you. Especially if you think you look like something. He wants some of that booty, man. Those are dudes he's popping. When P. Diddy is on his yacht or whatever he's doing, it'd be smooth-faced dudes with glasses. Now, ask yourself this. Why do these dudes wear dark Gucci shades in the middle of the night?
To sing Kanye.
Because the eyes are the window to the soul. They're evil as hell, man. They figure with their glasses on, they can lie to you. You won't see who they really are. That's how they get down. They're Sodomites. And they hide it not. You sign with Cash Money, you're going to do the same thing Soulja Boy did. You're going to do the same thing Bow Wow did. You're going to do the same thing that Waka Flocka Flavor did. What did they do after they got signed on these labels? They tattoo their whole body. Why do you think they do that, yo? Just to be different? Nah. They did that because they was raped. They anal to be in this truth of the music industry, showing their honors to the people that's before them. That's the truth of the industry, that you're willing to take a man's penis in his anal. That's the truth. Okay? And when they did that, they just didn't do it one time, they did multiple times. And the only way they feel like they can get their dignity back is to tattoo their body to make them feel like I still have my manhood. You think they did to B12, man, BK. They raped them boys, man. They popped them in that immature, they raped them boys. They literally raped them boys, dude. Tigger was done in too. All of them are. If they didn't follow the rituals, they could not get airplay. Did you know that? If they didn't have the right executives sucking them off and in return popping them in their anal, you know they couldn't sell records. Because the music business is a force, man. And when you look at them, they look hardcore, like, oh, man, they ain't down with that. Yeah, they are. Waka Flocka. You can't shit. You can look at him and tell he done sucked a few. Come on now. All these guys, man. Tupac, too. When he took, I said this before, but let me really reiterate. When he took that picture in the bathtub with the gold between his legs, he was their pinup bitch. He submitted to them like, hey, whatever goes on, goes on. I just want to get paid. That's the way they get down. It's just the truth. Some people can handle the truth and some people can't. We don't care. But it's time to start looking at things with both eyes open and not both eyes shut, because the truth is the light, man. It's this cat that want to be a part of the rap game so bad, man. He looked like he would kill his mama to get a hit record. Rick Ross signed this guy on YouTube. And when Rick Ross signed that dude, man, as wicked as Rick Ross is, now you know Rick Ross is wicked as hell. He did not want to sign that brother. When that dude signed that contract with Rick Ross and Jamaica hit it right on the point. He looked at that contract, man. He just shook his head. But you can see in his eyes, he just had a look where all bets are off, like, God damn, another brother gone. You see what I'm saying? But them demons got to be fed, man. He has to do it. He has to feed the demons, meaning he got to keep signing. He got to find people who's vulnerable and dumb enough to want to sell their soul. Once you get into the sodomite world of Hollywood, you have to keep initiating. Why do you think P. Diddy keep bringing out new people? He's gonna help them. He gonna give them one song and he gonna get rid of them. Where's Danny Kane at? I mean, seriously, where they at? He really made those girls look like whores, which they probably already are. Now they're just taking skin shots, right? Booty shots, ass cheeks out. See, that's what happens when you get in this world. And by the way, them girls was turned out too. So y'all really believe that this doesn't go on? Do you really believe that it's all about perseverance and getting your education and just getting with the right person to see your talent and give you that type of wealth? These people are demonic. Did you see those guys on HGTV? You know, that home network, how they show you how to fix up a house and buy property. These people are all demonic. Selling New York and all that, all of them are gay. All those brokers are gay, and most of the women go by. I'm just telling you how they get down. What they try to do is show you how to build a house and show you how to buy property, but at the same time, they show you how to intertwine with gay. See, a lot of y'all don't catch that. Y'all just look at it as, oh, that's people are people. No, it's not. It's a mind control set. The Food Network, brother. Get it? You look at these guys and be like, man, I'm a chef. I just want to do food. I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. They got their hand on everything that makes money.
Including the gospel industry.
To be a part of the Food Network, you got to do the same thing as getting a hip-hop contract. It's just dealing with food. You got to take the oath. You got to be a part of Brotherhood. And if you're going to make money like Rachel Ray, you got to sign your name in blood, too. She's wicked as hell. Now check this. Whenever they doing HGTV, notice when they doing the HGTV, they have their hands in pyramids a lot. So y'all got to start checking the flow, because everything in Hollywood and everything on cable is ran by who? Illuminati. You get this? So this is how they roll. They always, when they're talking about home networking and how to buy property, they have their hands in the pyramid. This on HGTV now. And it's just about ever, you got to start catching it. When they do interviews, the interviewer has his hand in the pyramid, and the person they interview has their hands in the pyramid. And then you got assholes that know this is the way to get paid. And they want a part of the brotherhood. Now, I've seen several episodes on HGTV where normal black people be talking to the interviewer, and they've got their hands in the pyramid trying to get that guy's attention. Now, don't you know that guy know what you're trying to do? But he doesn't know of you. He hasn't heard of you. Because if he knew of you before he do the interview, y'all going to be briefed on y'all brotherhood and y'all gestures or what y'all going to do. So when you throw up your hand in a pyramid like that, he don't know how to take you. He don't know if you're just playing, you're trying to get in. So afterwards, he's going to have a conversation with you. They're going to let it float, because that's how they get down. They're going to let you show that pyramid, but afterwards they're going to question you on that, because they don't know you. And most of the time, when you're trying to get their attention, they don't want you. They choose you. You don't choose them. Y'all get that? That's how it go. Y'all heard this dude named Jonas? He got a clothing line called LRG Clothing. That was a hit, man. That was a hit. They took him out for a reason. That was it. He was on his way. He had a great clothing line, but there was something that went down that didn't go accordingly.
Look who he pictured with.
With the dark.
Look who he pictured with.
That's how this thing roll, man. It's a sodomite world. And matter of fact, they done popped him in his butt too before he left out of here. Now, and check this out. Now, whenever it happens, it's always they by themselves. Come on.
Prince.
This dude just died out the blue. No, it was a hit. It was something they wanted him to comply with. He didn't agree with, so they took him out. See, that's how they do you once you sign. He signed his name in blood.
Same with Prince.
That. See, you can't be that
with
successful.
Whitney. No.
You can't be that successful and not be a part of their brotherhood. They're gonna cook, man. She knew that they was on Jimmy's tail, because Jimmy wasn't complying with who? The Illuminati. Now, just to let you know that Janis Joplin knew the truth about Jimmy. As it was months later, they killed her, because Janet wouldn't keep quiet. She was talking about it, and they was afraid that she would blow it up. So they got rid of Janis Joplin. And that Asian woman that said that Jimmy tried to take sex from her, they killed her a year later too, because they can't leave no witnesses. When they orchestrate you and tell you what to say, they have to get rid of you. It's telling the truth about what you think you know and you really don't know, or what's going on in Hollywood of sodomites. Men run the industry. Men pollute this industry, and they tell you what you can and what you can't do. Now, here's the kicker. They always tell you do the what? Follow your dreams. Perseverance. If you really believe in this thing, you can make it happen. What they don't tell you is what you have to do to get to where they're at. See, that's misleading. That's deceitful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not telling you the truth, man.
Yeah.
And see, they're forbidden to tell you the truth, because if they tell you the truth, off with their head. Because once you join that gang of Illuminati, Boule, it's a ritual. And you agree to the terms that if you tell the secrets, they can cut your tongue out. You agree to that. You took an oath. You took a blood oath and say, I agree, I'll never tell the truth.
So this is why he was dancing around. He couldn't go into it because it'll bring him to tears. Yeah. Because it's going to hurt when they cut your tongue out, huh? You're going to bring you to tears, right? They can't reveal what they've done. They put it right in our face. We just don't want to believe it. We just don't want to see it. Some of us. Because the ones who don't want to see it, they want to be chose. Because they don't care about their soul. That's what it is. Oh, yes. And so, please, 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 keep in mind me and, a few other people who talk about people taking oaths. We talk about rituals. We talking about, hand gestures and secret codes and stuff like that. Please, please keep all of that terminology, that lingo. Please keep that in mind. Because I'm going to do another video that's going to cement all of this. See, the one who's bragging about, he's still on the lower end of things. That's why he was afraid about somebody unfollowing him. So, yeah, he's still on the leash. That's what they do. I've said that before. They try to prove and act tough and demean their own people because they really mad they can't take it out on the people who got them on the leash. So they come out and, they take it out on us. Just like the one boxer, when Gucci came out with the offensive sweater, he all on TMZ talking about can't nobody, make him not buy that type of stuff. You for the people that paid you. You're not for everybody. Because when you're doing stuff like that, you proving right to our face that you're not for us. So you're not for everybody. Because the company that you're going to buy the goods for, they're making offensive material that's offensive to a people. And so by right, they're saying that they are not for us. Which is fine. Because you know why? They not like us. They're not us. They are not like us. And they want to be us. This is why they have even stolen our identity. They pose as us. I'm showing you all of this. And this country is sending our dollars over to them and to their forefathers who are in Ukraine. Catch that. But yeah, there's gonna be another video. Oh, and this one? Yeah.
They always tell you do the what? Follow your dreams. Perseverance. If you really believe in this thing, you can make it happen. What they don't tell you is what you have to do to get to where they're at. See, that's misleading. That's deceitful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not telling you the truth, man.
Yeah.
And see, they're forbidden to tell you the truth because if they tell you the truth, off with their head. See, because once you join that gang of Illuminati, Boule, it's a ritual. And you agree to the terms that if you tell the secrets, they can cut your tongue out. You agree to that. You took an oath. You took a blood oath and say, I agree, I'll never tell the truth. Why do you think that all of these things are coming out? Because what the Most High told us in the book of Luke, everything's in the dark going to come to light. You can't hide no more.
It is.
Basically what the Lord has shown you.
What?
Satan does not have a crew that can upset him. Because the Lord allows Satan to use you that way. You was under a test, man. This whole galaxy is a test. but only the strong gonna survive. You can't serve two masters, y'all. So y'all think y'all gonna take the oath and still get prayed up? Come on, man. Go ahead.
A great evaluation if you want Hollywood. You don't really need Hollywood, just stay independent. Case in point, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was America's favorite man who used no profanity when he do his comedy. Genius. But they did not persecute Bill Cosby because he was trying to buy NBC for 2 or 3 times. Y'all got that wrong. And I hear Griff say that, but that's not the case. They wanted Cosby because Cosby wouldn't give up his wife Camille for a sacrifice, nor would he give up his daughter, because when you do a sacrifice, you have to sign off on it with blood, and they videotape you to let you know you're perfectly aware of what you're doing. That's what they did to Kanye. So he's being reprogrammed, and that's true. Tequila didn't lie. Kanye won't be the same person when he come back. It's going to be totally different. So, so Bill Cosby he bucked up against the system, trying to buy NBC. They flattered that you want to try, but that don't piss them off. What pisses them off is when you're trying to buy NBC and they know you're due for a blood sacrifice and you're not obeying the rules, and you understand the rules, and you took the oath for the rules, and you signed your name in blood to be where you are. So when your number comes up for a blood sacrifice, they expect you to do it. Now, he gave up his son. Bill Cosby did give up his son. Remember in the 80s, or the late 80s, I believe, he gave up his son. They said he was killed on the side of the road changing a tire. He was assassinated. And I don't mean that like political assassination, but it was a hit on him. That was Bill Cosby sacrifice. Will Smith just had a sacrifice with his dad. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. He didn't give them what they wanted. Camille. They wanted to sacrifice his wife. No. Your daughter. No. And believe me, y'all probably say, well, they'll just do it anyway. No. Because they have to have they want you to be perfectly aware. See, Satan don't do nothing without you acknowledging him to do so. Because the Most High wouldn't honor it. If Satan just go around sacrificing people for you and you become rich, Lord would honor it. And you probably say, Yash, what do you mean honor it? That's not a person who sells their soul if you go do something behind their back and make them rich. Satan has to know that you're denouncing the Most High for him, that you're perfectly aware, you're not on any type of infinities. You are doing this for me, right? The Baphomet, the God. So when they say with God is everything, and with God everything is possible, they don't mean the Most High, Yahweh. When they say God, they mean the God of the Baphomet. So you play on words. See, after I told you your English language is fucked, y'all don't catch it. They be lying to y'all right to y'all face, and y'all think they're telling you the truth. They speaking in code to Satan. When they say God, they mean God of Baphomet, Osiris, Molech. That's who they praising, Nimrod. This December 25th is Nimrod's birthday, not the Most High, son, Nimrod. Because you have to sign off on it and acknowledge them that I'm giving up my wife for a sacrifice. You sign your name, you pierce your finger, and drop blood. That's signing your name in blood. And they sign off on it, and it's documented. Everybody that's sold out and sacrificed their loved one, they make them do it on video. You ever saw that picture called Survivor? How they do things on video behind your back, and they vote off this person, and the person don't know they have a jealousy against them. That's just what it's like. You tell them, you say you love your mom, you love your brothers, your siblings, but you go behind their back, sign your name in blood, pierce your finger, dip it in blood, and have them sacrificed, then go out the country like Kanye, then come back out like you're surprised. And have them sacrificed, then go out the country like Kanye, then come back out like you're surprised. Kanye dad don't even talk to him no more. So you know dad knows something is up, right? Y'all probably saying, get finished, Bill. Man, I jump on. Is it true? Yes, it's true. In order to be very popular in Hollywood, you have to play their game. You have to do what they say. If you want to be rich, that make your household name. Everybody be calling your name, and endorsements will come out there. You'd be all making all kind of money, but the money, it's just like on paper, because you're not worth what they say. I said this in my last show. They tell you Dr. Dre's a billionaire. That's only on paper. He's not at all. Nobody in Hollywood owns nothing. Floyd Mayweather say he owned all his houses. They can take them tonight if they wanted to. He owns shit. He sold his soul too. I used to tell people I already knew about MMA. I knew about how people in MMA is going to another level, and it was like, no, they don't do that. They do sell their souls in MMA, okay? Because you don't do MMA the rest of your life. You know, that will give you brain damage. But there's people that go in MMA and become very successful in other entities. And not all of them, but they have their hand, the one they have their hands on, the chosen few, will be asked to sell their soul if they wanted to go higher than MMA. Okay? Dwayne, The Rock, sold his soul. You think he got motion picture because he cute? Or he's in wrestling too? They don't give a damn about that. It's all about control and what you're willing to give up versus how good you are. Talent don't mean shit in Hollywood. They can make anything a hit and they can make anything successful. Whenever if you're an artist or a rapper, whatever you call yourself, and you sign to a major label, whenever the tracks are done, they take that track into a private disclosed room with a chosen few, and they praise Satan to make it successful. Well, John Todd told you all that. If you don't know, if you don't know who John Todd is, go to YouTube search engine and put in John Todd. Yeah, they killed him. Mm-hmm. John knew they was going to kill him, but he told so much truth. But see what people, John knew they was going to kill him, but he told so much truth. But see what people don't understand: the industry did not get wicked to the 50s.
Damn, why does his name have to be John?
That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. And the reason he didn't have any feelings at the time, because they had him so doped up and so under MK Ultra, so hypnotized, he was numb to his mom dying, just like Bruno Mars. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. And the reason he didn't have any feelings at the time, because they had him so doped up and so under MK Ultra, so hypnotized, he was numb to his mom dying, just like Bruno Mars. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. And then you want to kill yourself. That's why Kanye West is breaking down, because he realized he really did sacrifice his moms. And the reason he didn't have any feelings at the time, because they had him so doped up and so under MK Ultra, so hypnotized, he was numb to his mom dying, just like Bruno Mars. He sacrificed his mom. They be so under, he's not, but when they start to wear off, they realize what they did. They have so many emotional breakdowns, and then they say he was numb to his mom dying, just like Bruno Mars. He sacrificed his mom. They be so under, he's not, but when they start to wear off, they realize what they did. They have so many emotional breakdowns, and then they say he's having a breakdown. Bring him back in. They dope him back up. So when he was at his concert, he was coming out of it again. And he realized what he's doing, and he realized what Jay-Z them as a snake, and boom, he got to go back in. Now, meanwhile, Dame Dash is looking at all of this, because he's guilty as fuck. And not to count that they had these guys on tape getting sucked off by Zionists. Boom! And not to count that they had these guys on tape getting sucked off by Zionists. And not to count that they had these guys on tape getting sucked off by Zionists. All these niggas like Pete, all these niggas, even Dame Dash, that had some gay sex.
So I just want to point out, in the last chapter in my book, I said that in my book, I said it, that these guys getting sucked off by Zionists. I told, in order to progress, I said this in the last chapter of my book, man.
Yo, could you imagine having to live with that pain and guilt? Can you imagine having to live with that guilt and that pain, knowing when everything finally wear off, when everything finally, you come to and realize what you have done, what you have sacrificed? Can you imagine having to live with that type of guilt, pain, and pressure. It'll cause you to snap, don't you think? Where do you think you get these from? Those rants from? Now, on this most recent video that I did, I was going to just go into the video and just screen record the part where Crazy Bone is telling you, literally telling you about the meeting that took place where the rappers came together, different producers and stuff like that. They all came together, had a meeting, and they basically were told that all the conscious rappers were going to be taken away, like KRS-One and, you know, all of the conscious rappers, over time, Nas, but all the conscious rappers were going to be removed. Pretty much anything that was fun and had a different message, all of that was going to be removed. And this is a big reason why R&B, they try to push R&B to the side, because R&B talks about love. R&B, like, I mean, look at all the love songs that we had in the 90s. If you grew up during the 90s, I mean, and prior to that, they do not make love songs like they do. Everything is about hitting and quitting it. You know, being a player, or being a city girl and getting flued out. This is what they did. So on this last video, Savage Point of View, the many woes of Black people, I literally play the interview for you, but I'm not going to put it on this video because I don't know if that's what got me copyright, you know. I don't know. So we'll see. But if you want to hear about it, it's on this video right here, my most recent video. And so definitely, you know, you feel free to take a look. That's what they do. That's that golden boy right there. Look at him. Watch what he about to do. Pyramid and the sixes. It take more than talent. Look, pyramid, sixes. All these people ain't in Rock Nation. Pyramid over the eye. Are these people not in Rock Nation? There's a reason why they doing this. Look, is he in Rock Nation? I know he ain't. She ain't. Al Sharptongue ain't. She ain't. It's in your schools. Ooh. Well, I think that is about enough for this video. I do have a few more videos coming. You know, the next video is going to be further talking about the origins of where this come from. And you know, I like to use their own people to explain it to you. So hopefully this video can go up. Because, you know, when you talk about a certain group of people, even though they can talk about any and everybody they want to, you know, they try to censor you. So We'll see. But I do thank you for your time, for your support, and I hope you have a good night. 2 o'clock in the morning. Take my tail to bed. Have a good night.